Okay, so now on to the guided practice for day 4. Almost looks like on the screen we got ourselves a slice of cheese here. Okay, corny statements aside. First one, they ask us to identify a pair of perpendicular segments. Now what I would do is look, remember perpendicular, they're going to have a little box in the corner. Look for that box on the picture. There it is. So what's that box around? Segment BD and segment DF. And then it asks for one pair of parallel planes. Well, there's only two sides that will never cross. It's going to be plane ABC and plane ABC, so EDF. Okay, there's those two. Now we need to identify the transversal in the picture and then classify each angle pair. Again, this is like that one we did on the back of the notes where we had 3 lines. And I said we got to cover one up because this is going to get really confusing really quick. So we're going to take the same approach. They only ask us about, on number 3, they only ask us about angles 1 and 2. So we're going to cover up this other corner down here so we don't get confused. Now, what's our transversal? Line N. That's what cuts through the other two that we're on. Line N is the transversal. So that's what we'll say for our transversal here. Line N. And then what kind of angles are these? If we think of these like streets, 1 and 2 are the same corner, but they're a block apart. So that's corresponding angles. Okay, now let's look at angle 2 still, but now we want to look at angle 3. So 2 and 3. We're not using this corner, so cover it up. Okay, which line is our transversal that cuts through both of the other 2 lines? Line M. And then what kind of relationship do angles 2 and 3 have? They're on opposite sides, so we don't say opposite, we say alternate. Are they on the inside or the outside? The outside. So we're going to say alternate exterior. Okay, then next one, ask us about angle 2 It just likes angle 2. Angle 2 and angle 4. We don't deal with this corner, so we're going to cover it up. Which line is our transversal that cuts through the whole picture? Line N. Now, if we look at 2 and 4, they're on opposite sides, so it's alternate something. Are they inside or outside the parallel lines? Or they're not, let me back up. These aren't parallel, just lines. Are they inside or outside the lines? They are inside. So this would be alternate interior. And then last but not least, he wants to look at 4 and 5. We don't need this intersection, so cover it up. What's our transversal? Line P. Now, what kind of relationship do 4 and 5 have? They're on the same side. So which one starts with same side? Same side, interior. Okay, so there's those 4. The next one, we have 2 flights here. The first flight flies from San Francisco to Atlanta. So we're going from San Fran all the way to Atlanta at an altitude of 32,000 feet. So we're going to cruise through here at 32,000 feet. The other plane is flying from Dallas to Chicago. And he's going to fly at 28,000 feet. What kind of lines would those be? If we think about what we've learned today, what kind of lines would those be? I guess I should have drawn straight lines. They're going to fly in a straight line. They're not going to curve. They're not parallel because they cross. Let's hope they're not perpendicular, because if they're perpendicular where they cross, the planes are going to go boom. That's going to be a sad story. So the only option that leaves us with is skew, because they're at different heights here. One's at 32,000, one's at 28,000. So these are going to be skew lines if they went straight there. Like I said, I shouldn't have drawn it like this. This is my bad. They're going straight. So this one is going straight from Atlanta to San Fran. This other one is going straight from Dallas to Chicago. There we go. Yep, we don't want them meeting at the Oklahoma-Arkansas border. That wouldn't be pretty. So they're going to fly at different heights so that doesn't happen. Okay, that's 7. On the next 4, they give us one angle and tell us it's 120 degrees. Then we have to find the others and justify why. Basically, state what relationship they have. So the 120 is for sure. That 120 is for sure. Now, which others would also be 120? Let's just label our diagram before we even look at the problems. That's going to be 120. Remember, all obtuse angles are the same. They're all going to be 120. Now, for the acute angle, we have to subtract 120 from 180 to get the acute angle. It should be 60. So all these others in here are 60. Why am I erasing? Oh, I erased it now, so let me rewrite it. Okay, so now, I mean, we know all the angle measures, but we've got to justify by saying what relationship they have. And I'm sorry, it's complicated is not a valid relationship status here. Okay, so first, angle 1. We already said angle 1 is 120 degrees. Now, what relationship does angle 1 have with our given 120? They are corresponding. Okay. Next, they ask us about angle 4. What relationship does angle 4 have to the 120 they give us? They're alternate because they're on opposite sides. Are they inside the parallel lines or outside? Inside, so it's alternate interior. And we said it was 120 degrees. Yeah, angle 7. He's going to be a little tricky. We're going to have to think back to unit 1 for angle 7. What kind of angles are those? Well, we know it's 120 degrees, but what kind of angles are they? Start with a V. Vertical angles. And last but not least, angle 3. What did we say that one was? 60 degrees. What relationship does it have with the 120 though? They're on the same side. Interior. Okay, so that's the guided practice. We did 11 of them together. There's 25 total questions. That leaves you with 14. I think you can handle it. If you need help, ask me, email me, send me a message on Remind, and I'll get back with you. Just ask. Don't guess, ask. Okay, get to it.